What's up guys, Dave with Miracle Canine Training. We're gonna be making a quick video here with brand new board and train Maple. Maple is a very rambunctious, happy-go-lucky puppy that is here for some impulse control issues, here for some separation anxiety issues. And we're just a couple days in, we're starting to teach all of our basic leash communication. We're building motivation with food, and we're teaching the expectation and kind of the muscle memory of all of these positions we're ultimately gonna be asking. We are at a place right now where we're starting to teach and proof the down command utilizing leash pressure here, and we wanna showcase a little technique that we do with all of our downs with the dogs that come in, and that's the hip swing. So you basically have two different types of downs that your dog can do. You have the regular down that's like the Sphinx down, where, they're very kind of tight like that, kind of easy to pop up, stuff like that. It's not the most stable position in the world, but it's more of like a traditional down from a competitive standpoint. And then you have your hip swung down. So think when your dog is lounging on the couch, back hips kind of kick to the side, they put their head down, they relax. It's still a down, they're obviously down, but it's a much more stable version we've found. So what we do is we enforce that hip swing with all of the dogs that come here when we're teaching the down. And I wanna show you guys how we go about doing that. So in order to do this, you have to have two things established. You have to have a dog that has food drive, right? So good. I want a dog that's very motivated for something that I have like that. In addition to that, I wanna have the leash pressure down established. So if I step on this leash down, I wanna know that the dog is gonna get into that position like that. Okay, right? So if I step on the leash, dog should smoothly get into down, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine the food drive that we have here, our good marker, which means to continue doing what you're doing and we'll be providing a reward, and that leash pressure to teach this dog to get into a down and swing its hips to the side. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Okay, so first step, get your dog into the down. So what I'm gonna do is step on that leash, get this dog into the down position. From there, I'm gonna grab my food, hold it directly above the dog's head, and if they get up, I'll use that leash to put her right back in the position. And I'm gonna keep holding this directly above the head. Good. The second she downs with her hips swung to the side like that, I'm gonna mark with good and present that reward. Okay, so this is doing two things here. This is one, obviously just due to the muscle memory here, craning that neck back, which is gonna cause those hips to go to the side, which is ultimately what we want here. And in addition to that, it's teaching impulse control to not pop up for rewards. So as I'm doing this, and I hold that food good, right there, it's expected that she doesn't keep jumping up to grab it. She needs to wait and stay stable waiting for that position. Again, if I hold this food here, good. I wanna see her waiting in that position. Okay, now, a couple tips here. When you're doing this, obviously don't put your food right here, right? Where she's gonna be able to kind of get all awkward and try to steal it and stuff. You want it about a foot good over the head where they're able to make a choice, right? In addition to that, don't go too far. If I'm all the way up here, that's not gonna be very motivating for the dog to really crane that neck upwards, as opposed to, hey, right there, good. Where it's close enough where she can kind of smell it and kind of, crave it a little bit, which will make her more motivated to do this. Okay. So we'll do a couple of those here. Again, leash pressure down, food above the head, about a foot, and then just wait. If she gets up, use your leash to go right back down. And keep waiting. If she gets up, leash pressure straight back down. Good. And then the second those hips swing to the side, mark and reward, okay. Then release out of the position. Same deal, leash pressure down. Food up. Leash pressure down. It's your leash if it gets tangled up there, obviously. Good. Okay. Same deal. Leash pressure down. Food up. Good. And you're gonna start to see that, okay, through repetitions here, your dog is gonna start to just offer that hip swing on their own as they realize that this is not the down. Good. That is. Okay. Good. And ultimately the goal is, okay, again, that the dog does it on their own, and I don't need to do that hand motion above. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Now you'll notice that, okay, I'm not giving any sort of verbal command here right now, and that's because one of the keys to naming behaviors and putting things on cue is we have to have the behavior fully established if we're gonna put a name to it, right? We don't name things until we love them, essentially. So, until this dog is smoothly, when I do this, getting all the way down and kicking the hips to the side, good. I'm not gonna start adding that cue in yet, okay? This in the good early stages also helps really recondition the dog if they're used to blowing you off. If you're constantly telling your dog sit or down or stay or this or that or whatever it may be, okay, you've essentially taught your dog to blow you off because there's a very low probability that the dog responds the first time to any of those commands. So, see if she finishes it. If I need to. Good. Okay. So we want to make sure this is extremely smooth before we go to add that word into things. Same deal, see if she finishes it. Food help, good. You'll see I'll kind of put that delay there. Okay, so see if she starts doing it on her own. Good. And again, quick with that good mark. Okay, come on. Good. Okay, try to get a couple more of these. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Now we'll do one last one here. Again, stopping. See if she offers it. Giving as much help, good, as needed. Now she's obviously still a little reliant on that cue of the leash down. Okay, but she's pretty consistently here, getting all the way into that hip swing on her own, which is exactly what I want to start to see, is that stability with that. Good, and it's starting to become one fluid motion like that. And once you have that, you have a much more stable down, ready to start the proofing stages where you add the e-collar into it. You start layering in bigger corrections for breaking the position. Okay, so those are some quick tips on how to proof your down stay to make it a little bit more reliable, a little bit more stable, and to continue building on the obedience that you already had, and kind of give you some insight as to how we use this food in different ways to create stability. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments below. If not, see you next video.